Hey, este es Big Jeff y aquí estamos con otro unboxing y también le vamos a hacer un giveaway.
Hey, wait, you're not Big Jeff. I'm not even Spanish. What are you doing, man? You're not Big Jeff, man. Hey, I'm Big Jeff. I'm Big Jeff. I'm Big Jeff. And we're doing another unboxing. And yes, in this unboxing, there's going to be a code word because when we do the giveaway video, you're going to need that. And what are we giving away?
We're giving away 2 BDC-5s and an amp that matches the APHF-3000D-H1.
Okay, so this is the unboxing video. This is not the giveaway video, but like always, hit that like button, share this out and leave a comment. You can always leave another one at the end. And then you're gonna look out for the giveaway video. And
oh, what a giveaway!
And I'm gonna give you a code word. We're gonna give them a code word to make sure they watch this. So let's see what we got first, because we got a couple things unboxed. So first thing we're looking at, the TXX-BDC-V-12. Now, this is actually a dual 4-ohm. They do make the dual 2, but we're gonna do 2 dual 4s to give you a 1 ohm load with a 3,000 watt amp. So let's take a look at this thing first. So one thing I want you to know is Audiopipe always goes in the box. You got a knife there, Mr. Big Jeff?
We got it.
All right.
Let's open it up.
Man, I have loved Audiopipe subs forever. All right, so first thing we got, you got a template, which is really cool. You can pop this out and you don't have to worry about cutting a hole. On the template gives you dimensions and everything else. Okay, so we got a manual and Audiopipe sticker, and you have an Allen wrench, right? Because that's another thing we're gonna talk about is how you hook up the speaker wire to the woofer, which is kind of an Audiopipe thing. All right, let's go ahead and get this bad boy out, bro.
Yeah, it's heavy.
It is heavy.
Wow, that's heavy. Damn right, it's heavy.
All right, let's just put it over here. This is heavy. All right.
Work smarter, not harder.
So, well, hold on. This is the 5-stack, right?
5-stack.
And it was funny when these first came out. People were like, "Oh, 5-stack, it only handles so much watt." And then when people got them, they started to see it. Audiopipe is definitely underrated. It's efficient, and we talk about efficiency all the time. Why do you need thousands and thousands of watts to produce good sound and bass?
Word.
Oh crap, man!
Heavy, bro.
Okay, grab
there you go.
All right, check this out. All right, so we got right here. Now, let's talk about some pricing. Okay, these are normally $245.99 each, so 250 bucks for what they call a 5-stack or a 5-slug woofer, right? Okay, so where's my? Stay right there, Mr. Big Jeff.
All right.
Let me get my old Lazy Susan here.
Lazy Susan?
There you go.
Let's go ahead and pop around there. Got it? All right. So check this out. Really cool looking woofer. Now let's talk about a few things. We're gonna turn on the Big Jeff cam, and I wanna let everybody know this right here first. So we're talking about an Allen wrench, okay? All right, so on one side, you have 2, a left and right, positive and negative, right? And there's only 2 screws, all right? Then when you turn it over, we have positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative.
Yeah.
So explain that one, because I love this feature.
Because you know, when you go to wire the subwoofers, you want to do it probably in series or in parallel.
Yeah.
But here, you have 4. You come into 2, and then you have 2 to move to the other side.
Right, so where you have the push terminals, you have to shove all that wire in there.
And it's really difficult.
You can actually tighten this down
This makes
and
it
then make your jumper over here, right? Really cool.
Much
Okay,
easier.
so we have 5 slugs, 5 stacks, and then
Yeah, 5.
and let's where's the mat? Here we go. Let's talk about some specs on this thing.
Oh, while you open that up,
Yeah, go ahead.
if you see here, we have new bends. We have a new basket style.
Wait, hold up. For the people even trying to, who the hell are you?
Audiopipe, Nippon
Oh,
America.
okay.
You don't know about us?
Mauricio from Audiopipe. So they sent him out from Miami and said, "Hey, let's talk about product. We're doing all these giveaways." So they sent out the man himself, Mauricio. Mauricio's been working in now a year and a half, almost 2 years. And you're gonna see him more and more on social media. So make sure you look for him, reach out, because also through all these videos, Audipipe's starting sponsoring back up.
Yes.
And we're talking nationwide sponsoring.
Nationwide,
so
every state.
we already have the applications on bigjeffaudio.com. We're going to filter them out. And they're not looking for guys that just want a couple speakers or an amp. They're looking for full out builds that are compete.
Yes.
So don't waste your time unless you're ready right now to get stuff. But you're talking about getting 50% or more off on your product. And then after you show yourself and the worth, there might be other things given to you. All right, so a couple things in here. Why is there so much Spanish and English when it comes to Audiopipe, who's owned by Nippon America? Is this like a Spanish company?
The thing is, we're not only in the US, we do a lot of export. For example, in Puerto Rico, they love these things.
Yeah, I heard you guys actually have a whole warehouse and everything in Puerto Rico just to keep up with.
We have Puerto Rico, we have Panama.
Yeah.
We're all over the place.
100%.
Worldwide.
Okay, so this is the BDC line, and this is the Roman numeral for 5, which is V. This is something still new, less than a year old. And this is V for 5 stack. Okay. Mauricio, let's talk about some specs here. So an FS on the 12. So the 12 dual 4 is 33 and the dual 2 is 31. That's your FS. Okay. And then you guys get pretty accurate because even on the ohms, you're saying it's 3.6 times 2. So I'm not even saying 4. So that's how accurate they are.
Yes.
And on the dual 2, you're saying it's actually 1.8 each. Okay, really cool. So then everything else we're looking here. Frequency response 25 to 1200 hertz. We have a 3-inch voice coil. 4-layer voice coil. So this thing can take some. All right. Then I also notice we're going to get in here. I like how they have the spider in that. We're going to get in all that. Magnetic gap, 14 millimeter. And then maximum excursion, 50 millimeter. That's
a lot.
That's a lot, man. Magnet weight, 310 ounces. And then woofer displacement is 5.6 liters or 0.2 cubic feet. What does that mean? When you're designing a box, you have to take consideration the displacement of this. So the only way to get rid of that is to invert this, and then you don't have this sitting in there. So that's very important. Power rating, and I definitely say it's underrated, but efficiency is the key. You're saying only 1200 watts is needed, and it'll take the 24. When people are like, oh, why is a $250 sub only 1200 watts? Let me tell you something. Efficiency is key, right? If you can design amplifiers, speakers, subwoofers that don't need a lot of power to make it,
of course.
and they can produce, well, that's the way to go. Okay, real quick, some box specs. So on the 12-inch, they're saying an everyday bass performer, 1.75 cube, and a competition bass, about 2 cube.
That's good. Yeah, whoa, that's really good.
Not too bad, man. And then on vented, they even give you some specs. They're talking about 2 cube to 3 cube vented. Really not that big to perform. Okay, so let's get a little bit of this. I mean, the first thing I want everybody to notice, so I'm gonna turn on the Big Jeff cam. I just love this carbon fiber, man. I mean, carbon fiber 1 just has a beautiful look, and I think with you guys going with that red, it just looks really nice,
Makes it
right?
pop.
And if you really notice, you see it's like a red trim underneath it. I mean, these
we
things
have
are
double surround.
double surround, big boy, double stitch. And that carbon fiber, man, that's something serious. Okay, I'm gonna show you, we got something new this year. I got my up close and personal cam, right? So we're gonna do the up close and personal here. So we're looking right now at a red spider. And let's get a little more light for him. That's all right. So we got a red spider. Okay, so we have dual tinsel leads, right? And then you got this plate here, which is cool because it's not just glue. It's actually
screwed on.
It's screwed on, which is big. And that also helps if you have to recone this thing.
Exactly.
100%. So that's big right there. Okay, we got our 5 stacks. Then what I really like is this venting, bro, because this is totally open. So that helps with moving the air.
Moving a lot of air, keep it cool.
100%. So you can get in there and see that coil, which is a high temp coil. And you can tell that by being black, right? High temp coil, and it was 4 layers.
4 layers, 2 layers each.
Okay,
so
now this is where the up close and personal gets in. We're going all the way in.
All the way in.
There you go.
All right, let's go all the way in. So first thing I want everybody to notice, it's a beveled edge.
Yes.
Which helps with when that air is blowing out. If that's not beveled, you can get a nasty whistle. You also have multiple drilling points here. Let's go back a little bit. That also helps with venting, right?
Yes.
It's all about displacement heat. All right. Let's see if we can even, oh, whoa, we're in there. So there's actually a grill in there to stop from sucking anything up. I can't go any further. I can't tell you how many woofers. I can go all the way up and touch the cone. Okay, so that's a big amp. So I mean, for $250 woofer,
Yeah.
you get a lot of pluses on here.
No, that's the thing about protecting the cone. That's why we also made it carbon fiber. It's much more durable, much more efficient.
100%.
Yeah.
This is really cool. So what everybody loves to see, bro, on the unboxing is the flex test. Even though it's not really good to run a woofer free air, but they want to see how much excursion this has. And I'm just going to guess that big surround is going to move.
It's going to move.
So we're going to hook that up later. All right, so let's slide this over. Why are we doing 2 unboxings together? Because this is also going to be part of a giveaway video sponsored by Audiopipe and BigJeffAudio.com. What do we got here, man?
So we have the APHF-3000D-H1, which matches perfectly to 2 of these boys.
Let's get first. Are we talking Brazilian or what?
This is Brazilian style.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is made in China. Let's clear that up.
It is made in China.
It's Brazilian parts and style designing. And we're going to see that right away because anytime you open a Brazilian amp, you can see a difference
you're gonna
right
know.
away. Okay, so you guys have these as 1,000, 1,500, a 3,000, an 8,000.
And 8,000.
And you have it as a 1 ohm and 2 ohm stable.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these are the Brazilian line, but cost efficiency wise, this thing's only $225, dude. $225
a lot
for
of power
a lot
in
of
a
power.
small package and at a great price.
If you were
That's what-
explaining, because there's a huge thing out there with Brazilian or not, right? And obviously Korean is the most expensive. Doesn't mean it's the best, but it could take the most abuse. Low ohm, right? You
Yeah.
can really go down a dead short. Why would you recommend a Brazilian design over the other stuff?
If you need a lot of power in a small package, the thing with Brazilians is raw power.
Raw power, 100%.
We're not talking about SQL.
And
We're
dollar
talking-
for watt, because right now
Exactly.
it's a 3,000 watt, and you're only charging $250
for that price. That's
Can't
something
beat that.
crazy.
100%.
You're not gonna look. You're not gonna find that in any other amp like a
No.
Class D, something like that. But a Brazilian gives you like that flexibility and gives you that power.
No, I agree, and I've ran Brazilian amps before. Not 100% my liking. I think you get better quality out of other, but when
That's
you
the
want
thing.
power,
When
dollar
you
for
want
watt.
power,
I want those powers now!
this is the way to go.
Okay, so we're gonna unbox this in the same video. So we have 3 different size Allen wrenches. So I'm gonna guess speaker, power, and
Exactly.
probably something else. We're gonna check that out.
Remote.
Okay, so if they buy this from Big Jeff Audio, obviously we warranty it. But generally, when stuff gets past point, it needs to be researched if it is a defective or not. It's going to go to Audipipe. So for them to be registered with you, there's a card in here.
Yeah, there's a card.
Okay.
You mail it to us.
Right,
and-
simple,
yeah.
right? It's not even that hard. But this is where, no matter if I'm around or not, you guys register the customer.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah, we do.
And I'm sure you probably run out some special deals and stuff for them and stuff like that. So you have your warranty card, you fill it out. All right, now we have the manual here. Let's take a look. And everything's always in English and Spanish, and I mean fully. Congratulations, purchasing, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right, so now we're looking at this, and it looks like this manual does for the 1,500, 3,000, and the rest.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at a couple things here. So we got RCA input, right? High pass filter, low pass filter. Now I like that because on the real Brazilian amps, you don't get a high pass, low pass, you get a dial. I hate that. It's very confusing. Unless you're running DSPs, you're stuck. This actually has a filter.
Yeah, we have it separate.
Okay, you got a gain control, level control, which is increased sound level, lower frequencies at 12 dB. Don't really recommend using those, but they're still in there. You got a, let's see, remote, power, protect, and clip indicator, which is big. Now, these amps will run 16 volts, I believe.
These ones.
We're going to check that out because I think most of the Audipipe will do 16. Normally it says it on there.
It says 14.
14. 14.4. No, that's the rated power. Yep, 16 volts. So for you high voltage guys, you don't have to worry.
Yeah,
you can run
it
16 volts. Really cool. All right, let's get it out of here. First thing I want to go. Oh, wait. You guys are including for that price
Yeah,
a
of course.
full-size A&L? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. We don't even see these in amps anymore. You're getting a 250 amp, basically plated, probably brass, A&L fuse holder, full size, which is really cool because then they don't have to even pay for that. So $250, that's at least $20-some online automatically. You have your telephone cable, and then we already get the remote. Oh, here it is.
That's the remote.
Okay.
And it has the.
Go ahead.
It has the clip, everything, the power.
Yeah,
in
so
there.
I see power and clip,
Yeah, and
which
clip,
is really
yeah.
cool. So
It
you
has it
can
there.
see it from the front. It is metal, it is regular, but I like it. Good flow, and I think the clip light is big nowadays.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and put this off to the side, my friend.
There we go.
Okay, so this is a compact design, dude. So you're getting that chisel ramp, just stretch and stuff, size, power, price, but you're getting some added features that they don't have, like we're talking about the crossovers. Okay, so first thing I noticed, turn on the big Jeff cam. Right away, we have oversized zero gauge inputs. I like that. And do you think zero gauge is sufficient enough if they're using copper, or do they need to do a dual input?
When we're talking about Brazilian, something else is efficiency. So I think a single zero gauge should be more than enough.
Okay, so we got zeros there, which is really cool. Oh wait, we have the same design we just talked about in the other, where this is actually separate, so for heat.
Yeah.
So you actually have this piece, so the heat transfers to the second piece to dissipate. That's Audiopipe design, that's not cookie cutter.
No.
Right, okay. Now we're looking at, man, those look almost like 4 gauge. Is that 4 gauge or 8 gauge?
Those are 8 gauge.
Yeah, that's 8 gauge, but it's like oversized.
Yep.
You got power clip, and then we have high pass, low pass. Yeah, we're gonna get close there. All right, we have regular RCAs. All right, so let's get the up close and personal that I dropped on the floor. All right, let's take a look here. So I noticed not Tiffany style RCAs, but for that price isn't the end of the world, no. And technically once you plug it in, you should leave it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not an issue. But then I also see you got high, low, gain, level. So your X-over points are 10 hertz, 80 hertz, 80 hertz to 200 hertz. I'm really digging that. You got power clip and protect here. You have 8 gauge, and here's that design we're talking about, which you don't see on other amplifiers to help transfer heat. Danger, high voltage.
High voltage.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna do something that we normally don't, you're not allowed to do. And we're gonna open this thing up.
So
Don't try this at home, boys and girls.
open it up.
Right, we're gonna open it up. We're gonna still keep the warranty because we're gonna sign it. And actually this product we're doing the unboxing is gonna be part of giveaway. So the code word for the giveaway is BDC. Bobby, David, Victor. Or excuse me, Bobby, David, Charlie. BDC, that's the code you're gonna need. And that means when you watch the giveaway, you're gonna need that code. All right,
Remember
and
that.
when you watch it, remember that. Okay, so we got, oh, you know what? Let's see if, I don't think the Allen wrenches they came with are gonna fit that, but it looks like a star.
Yeah.
You know what, there's a star. I don't wanna do it. Let's use the right stuff. So, are you a Brazilian guy or what? You like this stuff? Or, I mean, what would you put in your own vehicle?
In my own vehicle, I actually have this amp.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're
thing is-
saying you actually have this actual amp?
This actual amp, the thing is, you get 3,000 watts from a Class D regular amp, you're talking about something like this.
Okay.
Something like, I don't know if in the old days you remember they had those amps, long amps.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't have space for that.
I'm striking out.
I'm looking for something compact.
Okay, so your interest was space.
Yeah, it was space. I like sound quality, but the thing is I needed some space. So the 2 other amps that I have are Class ABs, but this one for the subwoofer is a Class D Brazilian style.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
it
this
does.
is a perfect setup for you.
Yeah, it was a perfect.
Now, do you have upgraded batteries, alternators, or is this just running factory?
I do have the big 3 upgrade,
Okay.
and I do have an AGM battery,
Okay, so but nothing else.
Nothing
and you
else.
don't have any voltage issue.
and I have 3 amps.
Oh,
So
wow.
aside from this, I have 2 other amps.
Okay, and just so the world knows,
And
what
it-
kind of vehicle are we talking about?
I drive a Toyota Avalon.
Okay, so it's
Old
a
ass
basic
Toyota
car.
Avalon.
Yeah.
Stock alternator,
Gotcha.
and it does perfect.
Okay, so that gets back to the efficiency.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, that you just don't even have lithium. You got AGM in there. And you have no problems with 3 amps.
No. I have one of those chucheros.
Oh, you got Chichero
Yeah.
back there. We just did the video on it. We're doing the giveaway. In fact, a week from now, you might lose a screw in the giveaway. No, we'll get you another screw. That one definitely shot out. The Chichero box blew my mind. So we had it set up. I don't know if you got to see the video, but I had the volume on the I was like, whoa, and it hit me in the chest, and I wasn't expecting it to be that loud. Okay, so just so you know, I'm gonna sign this amp. This is actually one of the ones we're giving away, so you know that you're good. Oh, even better.
There you go.
Right away, you can tell it's Brazilian, dude. Let's just get right into the up close and personal. If you want to go over this a little bit.
Where did it go?
Man, where did it go? Right here? No? Right here, I got it. You could tell right away when you crack open an amp, and it's Brazilian, because the first thing I always notice is transformers. So transformers are not in all Brazilian amps. They're in the better Brazilian amps, because the cheaper ones have a 10% distortion, don't, right? So you can tell right away this is good. So first thing I notice, even in this small case, you got a big fan in there. You got your MOSFETs, right? You got your transformers. I mean, it's funny how much power these things create with very little in there. And the big bulk of this is those two transformers.
Those two transformers, and that's it.
Right.
That's raw power. You're talking basically the same power that you get at the input. It modulates and throws out, and that's it.
Okay, so you're actually, you're actually learning something there, huh? You
course,
like modulate and everything else, right? Okay, then the other thing you gotta notice, they got a lot of glue in here, which keeps this, vibration is an enemy. But it's just funny how little what actually creates most of it. So
you thought that you were gonna get something more, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's what most people do when they crack it open, right? 3,000 watts, and they'll do it all day long. So this is part of a giveaway we're doing. This is the unboxing. We're gonna actually now do with Movie Magic, set this up. We're gonna flex test and maybe even hook this thing up, and we're gonna have some fun. I got Mauricio here from Audiopipe out of Miami, and we're doing the unboxing and getting ready for the giveaway video, because we're doing a bi-weekly Audiopipe giveaway through tax time, period. And check out on the BigJeffAudio.com for sponsoring. And we're not looking for regular people. We're looking for people ready to compete and got some social media and everything else. But you might have stuff like this in your car and having fun with it. I'm Big Jeff from Mauricio, and we'll be right back. Whoa, we're back with Mr. Spanish Big Jeff and Mr. Big Jeff. And we got this bad boy in the Flex Test Network thingamajigger. Okay, so cool thing is, we built this to properly mount one, and it's really hard on a woofer free air. That's not really how they're designed, but we got our flare over here, and we're gonna heat this thing up, get some movement. People love seeing flex. Now, a couple things that we were talking about, heat. So carbon fiber cone, and you have 5 stack, we have multiple ports, we have air, and we're actually gonna be able to even see, because we've had this thing running for a little bit. And if you go to the Big Jeff cam, you can see the coil's already starting to get heated up there, okay? And what we want to show is that dispersion of heat. So as that heat starts to build up, it's going to travel outside of the magnet, the motor, everything else. So, all right, so we also have over here, we have a camera on this? No? All right. We'll go back to the Big Jeff cam. I hooked up the APH-3000 here. We have 0 gauge input, and because I left my SMD at the other warehouse, we're just using the IBR68, which we also have, and I should have grabbed the Big Jeff version, but same thing. So we can adjust from 13 hertz on up to get this. Now, base movement of air, and it is non-directional. And what we're just trying to see is this X-Max. We're gonna see it heat up, and people love watching this thing go to town. Now, we're planning to match up this 3000 with 2, so this amp is turned down big time right now. This is a dual 4, which we have wired up 2 ohm. So we're only using half of the amp, which kind of makes sense, okay?
Are you ready?
So we're gonna first get her going a little bit. And we're at 13 hertz right now. Man, that thing's already jumping. We're gonna come up a little bit. Look at that thing, man. Oh, the whole platform. Yeah, the whole platform is just, okay. So that was just making this whole thing jump. All right, so then we got a tape measure here, and we give people a little bit of an idea of how much this thing is actually moving. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, if I get a tape, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna get it going a little bit. tearing everything up. This thing is flexing right now, and that's that double surround. Okay, and we could see pushing some major power. You're starting to see, you see the heat up there.
You can see it from the bottom.
Yeah, 100%. So you can see where the air vent is. So we're gonna move this a little bit. Yeah, you can see it coming out of the bottom. So it's doing its job. It's moving the heat out, which is really cool. So that's what this thing is intended for. So we're seeing that thing heat up, and we've had it sitting in here while playing, but it's doing its job. So you guys actually designed these woofers to dissipate the heat out.
Dissipate the heat. That's why we added those vents on the side, really big vents. You don't see that every day. And also at the bottom.
So here's a trick. If you're demoing and it's getting real hot, you want to drop it down to a very low hertz and get that thing just to move. And now it'll push the air out to cool it off naturally. Because when you're in the upper range, it doesn't move as much excursion-wise because it's moving faster, right? So, but look at that thing go, man. Man, that's just incredible. So we're going down to the lowest, which is 13 hertz. That thing is moving. And yeah, we're about right there in the coil. It's showing what, about 113 degrees. So these are high temp 4-layer. So you actually produce the coils to work at a certain temperature before failure, right?
That's right.
Okay, so that's one way to have a fail. Another way is obviously to overextend it, right? Too much power, and then you can actually disconnect, or if it has too much heat, it can actually melt. Yeah. Melt that, right?
It could melt, but we designed it to dissipate all the heat. The good thing about this is you see how much it moves. As you said, if you play low, you're gonna keep it cool. Okay. So you just gotta play with it.
So when you guys are designing woofers like this, I mean, where's the target? I mean, obviously music's a wide range, but you know, there's guys that want to go in there and hit 20s and lower.
No, that's why we have different lines.
Okay.
This line specifically, we opened up the range a little bit, and this is more for your sound quality guy. We have another line which is more
Look
to
at that, man.
That's
Go back
crazy.
to that camera view. Let me pull this back down. That right there, man. I lost my battery died on this thing. Keep talking. We're gonna swap out my battery.
So as I was telling you, this is more for the sound quality guy.
Okay.
We have another line which is more for the sound pressure level guy. So this line is gonna help you achieve more like wider range frequencies.
So this is your everydayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then having the 5 slugs also helps dissipate heat too.
Yeah.
So when these first came out, I saw a bunch of comments. Oh, it's only rated at X amount of watts. That doesn't mean. But when people started getting them out there, and there was videos and comments and stuff, they were impressed.
It's like you said, it's all about efficiency.
Right, 100%. So here we have is a 3,000 watt amp. We're running at 2 ohms. Barely even got it cranked up. It's moving the hell out of this thing. So you take this down to 1 ohm with 2 subs. This is a perfect matchup, 3,000 watts. Yeah. And right now, I mean, we'll move it over, but this amp has been playing here while we've been messing around. That amp hasn't even gone over 90 degrees yet.
Nope.
So I hear the fan on, but I mean, it's doing its job, and the same thing is dissipating the heat. So that's a big deal with just not slapping your name on something, actually designing something the way it works. So is there anything to do with the carbon fiber, Dust Cap? Does that mean anything?
The carbon fiber, we changed it from the way that we used to have it before, because it was coming apart, basically because of the power. Okay. But now with the carbon fiber, you can take it all day and it won't come apart.
It's indestructible. Yeah. And you can't even feel the heat through here. It's all coming out of the bottom.
It's all coming out here.
Right, and we can even show them here. So we saw how hot that coil magnet is, and we're looking.
You can even see my hand there.
Yeah,
it's not.
Put your hand in there. Actually, that'd be kind of cool.
It's not hot at all.
Right. So it's about the same temperature as the room. Yeah, that's really cool. So that shows you how that works. I've actually had speakers where you couldn't even touch the dust cap. It was so hot. So this is actually sucking the air out through the bottom, which is really cool.
Like you said, this is the everyday speaker. You can go all day and it won't heat up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the code word, because there will be a giveaway video after this, which we're doing the unboxing and the flex test between the 3000 Brazilian design and also this 5-stack 12-inch sub. The code word is BDC. So when you see the giveaway video, you're going to need to know that code word, and it'll make sense in the giveaway video. So we've cracked open the amp. We've put the sub out and put it through a little bit of a torture test, and man, Audiopipe all the way. So thank you again. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, let us know what you'd like to see or not see, and look out if you haven't seen it. We're shooting this February 22nd, 2025. It's a Saturday. Usually this video is going to come out next week, midweek, and then after we get rid of the next giveaway, because we're doing it every 2 weeks, you'll see a giveaway video for this. So stay tuned by the end of February, and you might win 2 of those 12s and this 3000 watt, the ones we used here. Really cool. I'm hanging out with, man, tell them who you are, man, because this is cool, man.
I'm Big Jeff.
Oh, you're Big Jeff? You're Spanish Big Jeff. So check him out. He's in the post. Friend him up. Make sure you follow and like Audiopipe. Man, the more attention they see, the more giveaways they're going to want to do and work with us. So sharing things out, that's a big thing. It doesn't cost you a dime. Leave a comment, like, follow, subscribe. Like, follow, subscribe, and share this out. I'm Big Jeff and Spanish Big Jeff. Done with another unboxing. I'll see you on the next one.